to find a model on Thingiverse, export it, and then import it into Tinkercad so you can make changes to the model. So what I did here is I searched for bear up here in this search box from the homepage on Thingiverse, and I got some results. There's actually a lot of models in here, but I'm going to look at the first four, and we're going to talk about what makes some of these good and some of these not so good. So starting with this guy down here with all the detail, I can tell this one is probably not going to be very good for my project. Not only is it just the bare head, but it's also not a physically printed model being shown in the preview here. I can tell that this is a digital model. And if I look closely, there's a lot of really fine detail in the sculpting here that tells me that it's going to be a very big file, it's going to be very hard to work with, and it probably won't really print that well on our printers anyway. So I'm going to eliminate this guy. Next we have this blue bear over here. This is the default skin for Thingiverse previews of STL files. So I can tell right away this is not an actually 3D printed bear. This is a digital model again. So maybe the creators of this design didn't actually print this, and it may not be that good. So I'm going to skip this guy for now too. Now I'm going to come up here. This is promising. This is star means that it was a featured project. Actually, I think it means it's a verified project. Which means it should print really well. The problem with this bear is that I look at the design, he has multiple colored parts here, which means he's a dual color print and there's going to be multiple files we have to deal with. So I probably don't want to use this one either. Now I look at this bear up here and I think this is going to be my winner. So I can tell right away this is an actual 3D print that's been photographed. You can see the reflection and the reflection doesn't really matter, but you can see the lines and you can kind of tell it's a picture. If I click on it, I'm going to actually just go to a new tab because Thingiverse is slow, so I already have it open. When I click on it and I'm brought to the page here, I can see the picture in more detail and I can see the model picture right here. On the right hand side we get some information like how many people liked it, how many people added it to their files, their collections, and most importantly I can see how many people posted a make of this project. What this means is that 28 people downloaded this project, printed it themselves, and thought it was good enough to share their printed project with the Thingiverse community. So that tells me that it can be printed. So what I do next is I come down here. Oh, so just to recap, I'm looking for a photograph and I'm looking for a good amount of makes that show that someone's actually made the thing. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click on Thing Files to get the STL file that we need to download. So that's going to look like this. I don't want to use this agree and download, and I don't want to use this download all files because that's just going to give me stuff I don't necessarily need. So I'm just going to click on the STL, and when I do that, it'll load to my downloads. It'll look a little different on your Chromebook, but you get the idea. Now back in Tinkercad, what I can do is hit Import, choose File, go to my Downloads folder, and find that bear I just downloaded. I'm going to say Open. It's going to check the size and let me know it's ready to go. I'm going to say import again. And there's my bear. From here, I can start making modifications to it. I can add wings. I can do whatever sort of thing I would need to do to make this work, including change the name of my file to bear. I hope this helps and good luck.